Coming to this faith, coming to this church, I've seen more proof of faith since July than I have in 15 years of being a pagan. I'll tell the story. Before July of last year, you couldn't have found a more anti-Christian man. I have a pentagram tattoo on my shoulder. I was a very proud pagan. I was anti-Christian more because of a combination of upbringing and experiences. I've come across a lot of hypocrisy in churches that bothered me. June of last year, I was having some serious money problems, and a very good friend of mine who's a member of the church here said, "Come see my pastor. What's the worst he's going to do is tell you no." So I came and talked to Pastor Terry and told him my situation. Church helped me out, got me back to zero where I needed to be. So I said, all right, the least I can do is start putting my butt in a seat. Just out of obligation and respect. After a couple of weeks, I started actually listening. Now, my son was out of state at the time, my oldest son, visiting my father. And it was during the Daniel fast. The day he was supposed to come back, the night before, my friend and his family and I had decided we were going to do something special to welcome him home in lines with the Daniel fast. And I said I would pay for it. Overestimating my funds again. I stressed about it, went to sleep, went to work that night, stressed about it again. And all night I'm sitting here going, something's got to give. On my way to the Walmart the next morning, I had enough money to either get what I needed for my home or get the money or get the ingredients for the dinner. I said, God, on my way to Walmart, I said, God, I need help. I'm actually going to pray to you, and I'm going to ask for help. I got to Walmart, and I made the decision I was going to get what I needed for the house. And I got what I needed, went to self-checkout, and I put a $10 bill in. I was supposed to get $3 and some change. And the machine kicked me back a 1, a 20, and another 1. And that was my first click. And I left Walmart, and I went to my friend's house, and I told his wife what happened. And then I went next door to where my friend was working on a house, and I told him and one of his coworkers everything that had happened. We'd missed church that day because we went to pick up my son. So that night at about 11 o'clock, we're watching it on YouTube. And Pastor Terry was talking about how you can talk to God, you can pray to God, you can ask God for, everything. You talk to God for help, pray to God for help, ask God for help, and He'll help you. But if you don't talk on God, if you don't talk about God, He won't help as much. I'm paraphrasing. And that was my smack in the back of the head, come to Jesus moment. It was like, wow. Man talking about everything that I had just spent the day doing, not knowing that I was doing that. And I sat bolt upright on my friend's couch, and I was like, I need to see Pastor Terry. The next morning, I came to the church early. He was in conference, couldn't see me. Following morning, I wasn't going to leave the church till I got to see him. So I get here 7:30. He pulls in 8 o'clock, and I start telling him what happened. And I'm not a man who cries. I haven't cried in years. Not in physical pain, not emotional pain, nothing. I broke down like I'm starting to right now. I told him everything that had happened. And honestly, the blessings haven't stopped. God keeps stepping in. I have a better relationship with my son. My financial situation has gotten better without me having to ask for help from the church. I used to be a very angry individual all the time. Not anymore. I don't ever come to church and not have God touch me and put me in tears. I have yet, since July of last year, to come here and not be brought to tears by God. Coming to this faith, coming to this church, I've seen more proof of faith since July than I have in 15 years of being a pagan. And frankly, it saved my life. Last summer I was diagnosed with cancer in my heart. And I asked Pastor Terry to put hands on me, and I'm feeling my heart and in my faith. I don't even need to go back to my doctor because I don't have the pain in my chest anymore. Coming here saved my life. Coming to this faith. A lot of it has to do with our pastor. And the rest of it is God and the church, the people in the church. I feel like this is home. Not just a church. Coming here saved my life and changed my life. That's all I can say.